Grade 6, Main Course Book, Chapter number 12, A Comedy of Manners. 11 a.m. Professor Higgins' laboratory in Wimpole Street. The lab is a room in Higgins' house which has a writing table with a phonograph and a box of wax cylinders for the phonograph on it, and some furniture. Higgins uses the phonograph to record people speaking in different accents for the purpose of research and study. Higgins is in conversation with his friend Colonel Pickering when his housekeeper, Mrs. Pierce, ushers in a young lady. She looks to be a member of the middle class and is wearing a shoddy old coat and a nearly green dress. She also has on a frightful looking hat with brightly colored ostrich feathers. Higgins, hello, it's the flower girl I met yesterday. What are you doing here? The flower girl. I'm come to ask your help, Governor. Higgins. Help? You are of no use to me. I have already recorded your accent. Be gone, my girl. The flower girl. Don't you be so saucy. I am come to have lessons and to pay for 'em too. Higgins. Mystified. Lessons? Wait. First, tell me your name. The flower girl. It's Eliza Doolittle. Pickering pleasantly. Happy to meet you, Miss Doolittle. Uh, now, what lessons do you want Higgins to help you with? Eliza. I want him to me make talk more better, more genteel. Higgins, surprised. Why, whatever for? Eliza takes a deep breath and says in a rush. I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of selling flowers on the streets. And I want you to give me lessons so I can talk like a lady and look like a lady. So then I can work in one of those fancy flower shops. Higgins. Well, how much will you pay me? Eliza. Uh, a friend of mine pays 18 pence an hour for French lessons, but I cannot pay that much for learning my own language, alright? So I won't give more than a shilling. Higgins, looking critically over Eliza. Oh no, it's an impossible task. Your accent is terrible and your grammar atrocious. Eliza, reasonably. But that is why I need them lessons, innit? Can't you teach me grammar and all of that? Higgins, I don't want a ninny hammer on my hands. Eliza, now, see here, Governor, who are you calling ninny hammer? Pickering, here, Higgins, quiet down, will you? Stop teasing her and hear me out. I am interested now. What about the ambassador's garden party? Higgins, what about it? Then, Pickering, I'll tell you what. I will humbly agree that you are the greatest teacher in the land if you are able to pass off Eliza as a lady at the party. And I will even pay for her lessons. Eliza. Oh, you are real good. Thank you, Captain. Higgins, becoming excited as the idea grows on him. What is life but a series of inspired follies? Can I do it? Never lose a chance. I shall make a duchess of this Balabian. Eliza. There is no need to call me names, Governor. Higgins. Oh, yes, 6 months. No, in 3 months. If she has a quick ear and a quick tongue, I will take her anywhere and pass her off as anything. I will fool everyone into thinking she is a member of the upper class. Pickering. That's the spirit, my friend. Higgins. You, girl, where are your parents? Eliza. I ain't got no parents. My stepmother turned me out when I was big enough to make my own money. Higgins. Well, that settles everything now. Mrs. Pierce, I leave this termagant in your hands. Clean her up, please, and send for some new clothes for her. Mrs. Pierce hustles Eliza off to give her a bath and a new set of clothes. Higgins, thoughtfully, the greatest difficulty will be to get her to talk grammar. Suddenly, an elderly but vigorous man enters the room. He has an expressive face and an air of stern resolution. Higgins, now, who are you? The man, Professor Higgins, morning. Governor, I come of a serious matter. Higgins to Pickering, brought up in a Hounslow. Mother is wellish, I think. I can hear it in his accent. To the newcomer, and who might you be? The man, name's Alfred Doolittle, sir. Higgins, well, what do you want, Doolittle? Doolittle, I want my daughter. That's what I want. Higgins, well, of course, you do. You are her father, aren't you? You don't suppose anyone else wants her, do you? Well, I'm happy to see that you have some thought of your daughter. Doolittle, painstakingly trying to follow Higgins' words. Uh, Higgins, well, you want her. Take her away at once. Doolittle, taken aback. What? Higgins, take her away. That is what you come to do, right? Doolittle, sadly. Now, look here, Governor. Is it fair to take advantage of me? I am only a poor man who has come here because a strange man has my daughter. What you be wanting with her? Pickering. Mr. Doolittle, I assure you, his intentions are honorable. He simply wants to teach your daughter to act like a lady. Doolittle. Oh, a lady? How can I believe you? Elisa is an innocent lamb, sir. She knows nothing. It's my duty to protect her, sir. Higgins thoughtfully. I think you have not come to take her away. I think you have come to extort money from me. Doolittle, protesting and changing tracks. No, sir. I aren't wanna do that. I don't want to stand in the way of her career. Higgins, I believe I am done with you. Now, I find you rather tiresome. Here, take this money and go away. Doolittle hurries to the door and nearly bumps into Mrs. Pierce, who is accompanied by a lovely and exquisitely clean young lady dressed in a blue cotton kimono. Doolittle backing away. Beg pardon, miss. The young lady. Gah, don't you know your own daughter? Higgins, Doolittle, and Pickering simultaneously. Blimey, it's Elisa? By Jove! Elisa, don't I look silly? Higgins, awestruck. Silly? By Jove! Mrs. Pierce, now, Mr. Higgins, there is no need to turn her head and make her conceited. Higgins, abashed. Ah, yes, Eliza, I suppose you do look silly, if you say so. Doolittle, well, I never thought she'd clean up as good looking as that. Governor, well, if you want her mind improved, I ain't gonna stop you. So long, gentlemen. He leaves. A few days later, Eliza is seated in Higgins' study room with the professor and Colonel Pickering. Her lessons have begun. Higgins is striding restlessly about. Eliza is nervously visiting. Higgins, say your alphabet, Eliza. Eliza, I know my alphabet. Do you think I know nothing? I don't need to be taught like a child. Higgins, angrily, say it. Pickering, say it, Miss Eliza. Do what he tells you, and let him teach you in his own way. Eliza, A, B, C, D. Higgins, stop, for heaven's sake. You heard this, Pickering? This is what we pay for as elementary education in this country. He puts his hands up in defeat. Say exactly as how I am saying. A, B, C, D. Eliza, almost in tears. But that's what I am saying. A, B, K, D. Higgins, stop. Say a cup of tea. Eliza, a cup of tea. Higgins, no, slowly enunciating. A cup of tea. Eliza, that's what I said. A cup of tea. Higgins, impatiently. Put your tongue forward till it squeezes against the top of your lower teeth and say, cup. Eliza, I can't. Cup. Pickering. Excellent job, Miss Eliza. Higgins pleased. By God, she has done it at the first shot. Now say tea. Can you hear the difference when I say it? Eliza. No, except it sounds more genteel like when you do. Higgins. Exactly. You have got the hang of it now. Here, take a chocolate. Higgins to Pickering. It's a tough job, my friend, but not impossible. By God, I will and I shall make a lady out of her.